he was a bishop, and I heard of his spiritual life. What he would do is he would read the whole Bible every 40 days. This was something of practice.
Wow.
He was ascetic. He was part of the monastery. I believe he was in Hadra, and then he had a connection to Saint Samuel's Monastery, I believe, as well. Um, he had a disciple named Abuna Mikhail Ibrahim. Abuna Mikhail al-Bahiri,
Hmm.
who lost his vision. But Anba Brahm was known for giving to the poor, to the point that a lot of the buildings were kind of, in a pretty bad state, but he would literally give everything to the poor.
Yeah.
And whenever anybody would ask him for anything, he would just give them what's in his pocket at that moment. There's even stories of people tricking him and saying, "Oh, one of our friends died and we need money to go pay for his burial." And literally the friend died after they said that,
Oh
and they
no.
lied and they confessed. And they're like, he
Yeah.
he was very, very holy, but the people of the city were complaining about him quite often because literally, everything went to the poor, to the point that they started to complain to the Pope.
Mm.
And the famous story of when the Pope was like, "Okay, what is this guy? Like, okay, it's nice to give to the poor, but like we have to take care of our people and our congregations and the buildings and stuff. It's not like." So he thought he was just kind of this person that was not very wise and just giving out things.
Right.
And so he called for him to kind of chasing him a little bit and kind of like correct his ways. And then, so when Anba Brahm came in, they usually, in those days, you would have like some sort of string to kind of hang the overcoats on. And so Anba Brahm sees what seems like a string, and he hangs his overcoat, but it wasn't a string. It was a beam of light from the sun coming through the window, and it hung on there. So the patriarch,
He's like, leave this guy alone.
Like, okay, yeah, whatever you're doing, just
keep it up.
Just continue. I just wanted to get your blessing. And so another thing about
That's
him is
funny.
that he refused to be a metropolitan. They're going to ordain consecrate him to be a metropolitan, but he said no. He didn't want. He said his line of reasoning. He said the word metropolitan is not in the scriptures. Bishop is in the scriptures. So, but it was probably more of him being humble that I don't want to even higher rank. But yeah, just a big blessing and an inspiration to so many. He's like the Mother Teresa of the Coptic Church.